How's it going, guys? CalFayD here, and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program video, where today we're going to be launching our spaceship, the Arrowhead, that we created in the last episode. But first, I actually want to make some adjustments to it because once the last episode ended, I actually tried it out to make sure it worked, and my voice is going, I think. So sorry if you can hear that. That's not my fault. Well, it kind of is, but anyway. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it in me. But this has enough fuel to get up into space, and I think it may have enough fuel to actually get into orbit, but I don't want to risk it. So at the moment I'm going to add some solid rocket boosters to it, so it can help it get up into the atmosphere, and then we actually have a better chance of getting up into space. Now this is just a precaution. I'm not sure if these are actually needed, but it's best to have them on anyway. And this is mainly the ship, guys, that we're going to start off with. So we have the main fuel things. We want to merge, we want to put that in there, and we want to put that all in there. So I'm going to make a separate staging for these here, because we don't want to carry these if they don't have any fuel in them. So we're going to find the right ones, which is them. I'm going to drag them into stage 4. Now that should be our ship, and we're going to launch. If you're wondering why I don't have much variety on my channel at the moment, except for the Minecraft snapshot, because it's mainly been like 3 Kerbal Space Program videos in a row, except for the snapshot. At the moment I'm trying to work on a video, and it's taken me quite a while. I'd say I'm being a bit lazy at the moment, because I've been talking to friends, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't be. But you know what, real life comes before YouTube, and that's what you always say. But I do like my subscribers, and I thank you all for subscribing. But yeah, I'm gonna get working to it like right after this video. Now, as you can see, this ship isn't actually that stable. So we're gonna straight away disembark it. We're gonna turn off them engines, and we're going to have what's his name, Jedgar. I think he's still the same one. We're gonna make him have a soft landing, because that takeoff didn't really work. So sorry, Jedgar, you're not off to space right at this moment. So we're just time warping it until it goes down to the ground. So yeah, how are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good, to be honest. At the moment, this episode, hopefully we can get into space, but we've got a problem with that ship where it's tilting around all over the place. So we need to fix that. I think I know why it's tilting around all over the place, so I know how to fix that. So we're going to end the flight again. Jedgar's back on the ground, and I didn't mean to press restart. So here's going to be another lag fest. Sorry about this. End flight, yes, vehicle assembly building. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some fins onto the solid rocket booster. Now we're going to add 2, so it has more of a oh my god, my voice is going. I don't know if you can hear it. I had a sore throat this morning and last night, so if it ain't going, that's why. So anyway, so we're going to add some wings like this. And the main fact of doing this is because it's going to help us, so we can tilt the bottom of the ship and we can tilt the top of the ship a lot easier. Also, I'm going to add some struts to the main body. I think that was the reason why it was going all over the place. They were wobbling around a bit, changing the direction the ship were going. So we're just going to add some, like so. We're going to add them on both sides, like so. No, that didn't go. Like so. I'm going to save it, and we're going to launch the Arrowhead with Jedgar for the final time. And if those don't work, you might have to focus on a new ship. But there we go, we've got Jedgar coming, and I think it resets the name every time they die. So if one dies, it'll go to another Kerbal. But we want to keep all our Kerbals alive. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Now we should get up into space. Wait, it's wobbling a bit more, but if it wobbles a bit, that doesn't really matter. So what we're trying, yeah, that's why we're wobbling a bit, because that's not actually stable enough, but we should be fine. Anyway, so if you're wondering what we're going to try to achieve from this, I'm hoping just to achieve an orbit, and then we can see the whole space and the Earth from orbit. And then next episode we can make Jedgar come back down to Earth, and then we'll start to build another ship, maybe like a satellite, to keep it in orbit around the Earth. So in case we need any fast communications, we can do that. Now I'm going to turn down my main engine down a tad bit. And we're almost, so we're at 10,000 meters, that's a third of the way. Oh, no. Right, if you want to know what happened there, the middle ship got hit by them. So as the middle ship got hit by them, it kind of took them off. So that's another thing we need to fix. Now, just trying to deattach that again. Jedgar, you're going to come back down to Earth. Once you start coming down. Like so. So sorry about that, guys. It is my fault mainly, but we're going to have to try and figure out some way of avoiding that. Now, the way I've got through it in the past is struts, but we've already got struts on it. So maybe if I had some struts to the top, we can maybe land, and we're going to land on the runway, it looks like. So you can hear everything exploding. That's going to go flying away. Oh. Oh, Ice Cream Man. Yeah, sorry if you can hear that. I just did Ice Cream Man then. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's glad if you don't hear it. So, and they're coming down for a soft touchdown. And Jedgar, once again, it's been one fail of an attempt to get you up into space. So we're going to add some more adjustments to your ship. So we're going to end the flight. Jedgar's still there. Congratulations. And now I'm going to add some more struts. But what I want to do is, to avoid these hitting that, I want to add a fin, like a small fin down there. So if they start coming towards the middle bit, what will happen is these should hit the fin before the main body. So the main fin should push them off the main body and go in the opposite direction. That's my plan. Don't know if it'll work. If it works, then that's a fantastic idea. So I think what we want to use is this hard point right underneath the... actually, let's put it up there. It's just trying to get this in the right place. I don't like it because I'm trying to place it under the strut. Alright, that should be good enough. So if they start to try to... No, that ain't in the right place. But if they start to try colliding with the body, it should push them out of the way. That's not going to work. I think we are actually going to have to keep it like that. I think that might be fine. But I feel like just for safety, I cannot speak today. Just for safety precautions, I want to put one on the other side. Like that. Do you think that'll work, guys? I don't know if that'll work. Also, what I want to do is I want to add some struts to the top bit, because as you saw, that were wobbling around like hell as it was setting off. So we want to add some struts there. I'm actually going to attach them to that, because while these are connected, this is the thing that's making it wobble, because the bottom's heavier than the top, and then if that's pushing one way, that's going to push another. So if we have one connected to there, that should be fine. Also, I might just add one from the fin going up to the top, like so. And yeah, that should work. So I'm going to save it, launch for the last time, hopefully in this episode. If it don't work, then sadly we're going to have to think of something else to do while I try and get the ship to work. Or I might just take the normal ones off and try to send it into space just with the normal body like I had before. But anyway, let's go. It seems a lot stable this time. Yep, it definitely does seem a lot stable now. I connected the bottom to the top. So we're just going to go up now. Safe and sound. We're just probably going to stay on full throttle, to be honest, all the way we up. All the way we up, that's my new motto there. All the way we up. So, 2.5 meters, 2.5 thousand meters. It's 2k, isn't it? Just 2k meters, 2 kilometers. 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers. So we're going to go up. This is normally boring trying to set off. But it looks cool as you head up into space. I've got pins and needles again. Do you hate pins and needles? I hate pins and needles so much. I don't even think there's anyone that likes pins and needles. But they're really annoying. I hate them. So, nope. It's still wanting to collide. Right. I'm going to try and launch this with just using the normal body that I had. So I'll take them off, skip the video, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, and welcome back. I put the ship back to the original form that it was, except I left the struts on the fins. And we're going to try this because I know this can actually go up into space. Just depends if it can get into an orbit or not, and then has enough fuel to get back down. I think it can, but if it can't, well, at least we can see space with all its glory. We've still got a parachute anyway, so if it does start to come back down, it's fine. And I am expert at this, but I know how to get into orbits, and mainly orbit around the moon, but I've never got to any far solar system planets. So we're going to do this, and hopefully we can get up into orbit, and Jedgar can see outside in space. So we're going to launch in 3, 2, 1. Now it sets off really slow, as you saw in the first episode. If this doesn't make it up into orbit, I might add the download link in the description for the ship. No, I didn't download it, I meant I'll put it in a download for you. But I might not. It just depends on the feedback I get on my Kerbal Space Program video. Anyway, I think this is good enough to get into space, but this bottom tank down here, it doesn't actually have enough fuel to get up into orbit, so you have to use a bit of this fuel tank to get up into orbit. That's why I'm thinking if it can get up into orbit. I did do a test run, I think I've already said this, and this test run got me into orbit. I had probably 3/4 left of fuel, but it takes more fuel to get round into an orbit rather than getting up into the out of the atmosphere. So we'll see how this goes. But either way, this will be a fun little testing video. If this don't work, we'll try to get a satellite into orbit rather than taking Kerbal with us. So that should be fun. And yeah, we'll just go all the way up. And also, do you want me to skip the journey going up, so like it's just sped up as I go up into space and I'm doing my orbiting maneuvers? So I do my orbit maneuvers up in space and then I come back down, but I speed up going up because all you're going to see is me going up again and again and again and again and again. I feel like I can't quit save while you're in the atmosphere. Anyway, we're at 10k, we're going to actually do a polar orbit, but by a polar orbit, I'm going to do a southern polar orbit. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to say I want to try to do a polar orbit, and I have done a polar orbit before. It's really fun. I really don't want to spin, because if I start spinning, it's going to totally mess up my the speed that I go up into the atmosphere. So we're going to start just tilting as high up as we can. It helps with the orbit. And as you'll see in a minute, we'll run out of fuel, and then we have to use the mini tank. There we go. So now we're having to use the mini tank. It's really a lot better to use. So I'm going to be using the mini tank. We're going to be following this now because it started to go on a tilt. Once we hit atmosphere, it might jump, because normally if you click it, it's all the way down there. So we want to be somewhere around here. Anyway, that's at 34,000. That still isn't high enough, so we want to make that a lot higher. So as we go up, help a lot. Also, because we're in the atmosphere and this is a really light ship, this makes it so we don't need movable fins. It's just fins to actually cut through the air as we're going up. It's around 50,000, I think, that you get out of the atmosphere. And as I was telling you before, look at that. We've kind of got 3/4 of fuel left. Anyway, we want to burn towards the prograde that we're burning at the moment. We're at 41,000 at the moment. We want that a bit more higher because it helps a lot. I think going towards the prograde makes it yeah, other side your orbit goes faster, but if you actually aim upwards, it makes your thing better. Anyway, I'm just going to point a bit upwards. Hopefully we can get a bit higher, because that isn't a lot. We want around about 50,000, although I don't think I'll get 50,000 before I hit the apoapsis. So I can't even save while I'm in acceleration. Come on, 50 and we're fine. 50. 50. There we go, 50. Well, we're near about 50 anyway. So now you want to go towards the maneuver sign, or the retrograde. And no, it's prograde, because prograde is extending, retrograde is descending. So we'll go towards the retrograde now. What this is going to do is this is the fastest point where our orbit will gain faster. So we want to keep as much in as we can on this retrograde, and it'll help. So at the moment that's our orbit, still not around space. What we want to avoid is that going down, because if that goes down below 50 we've got a bit of a problem. So we're just going to keep on burning. I'm going to stay so the apoapsis still goes up. As you can see now it's kind of dropping because it wants me to like go at the dropping point. It's hard to explain. So as I'm dropping I'm going to try and burn upwards as much as I can. That's still dropping, so I think the best way to actually do this now is just to try and keep at the retrograde. If you want my honest opinion, guys, we might not actually get into orbit. It'll be really lucky if we do get into orbit the rate that we're going at this moment. We're going back up again, which is a good thing. So maybe we have a chance, maybe not, but that's going up. We want that to stay as high as we can so we can get a better and stable orbit. The lower the orbit, the harder it is to get an orbit, because you have to burn more to get further as you can. And a low orbit is good because it doesn't take that much to get down, but a high orbit takes more to get down than to get up. If you understand what I mean. But anyway, this is our orbit line at the moment. Still gonna crash into Earth. At the moment I'm hitting the atmosphere. I'm about to hit the atmosphere. I kind of want to go upwards a bit as much as I can, otherwise we're going to hit the atmosphere. And I think, guys, we're actually, yep, we're on the surface now. So that hasn't worked very well. We're not going to get into an orbit. I think we're still likely to, nope. Nope. We're almost there as well. But if I keep trying to burn upwards, look, it's not going to work. Unless I can stop myself from going that way, trying to keep my ship steady as I can, trying to burn upwards. We can still try to keep this orbit, because as you can see, how fast we're moving is slowing down, but that's how fast we're going down into the surface. So as that's killing our surface rotation, that's killing that as well. So guys, I'm going to call this mission a failure. Don't worry, I have got a ship into orbit sometime. So what we're going to do is just going to keep this spinning as our engine is still on, and there's nothing we can do to fix that. So if we keep spinning it, what it's going to do is it's going to keep budging on and off, as you can see, and at some point it should let go. But I should have stopped the engines, but I'm still travelling quite fast to say I'm on the atmosphere. So there you go, there you go. So guys, another failure, but a test run, and I think that was a good test run anyway. So as we're coming back down to Earth, Jedka has at least got into space and seen space in his little space capsule. And look at that little zigzag line. And there's the moon. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think one thing that Kerbal Space Program can do and add to their game is to add stars. Even though the sun's still shining, there is kind of stars, but there isn't a lot. Oh, I lied. There's well loads. But guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. It's CalFayD here, and I'll see you in my next Kerbal Space Program episode. If you like the episode, drop a like, and I'll see you next time. Oh, look at Jedka having a little swim as he's waiting for his space crew to come and rescue him on his little capsule. And look at him, he's so cute, and he's still in spacesuit. Make sure that shark don't get you.